I'm Katie Martin.
And I'm Chris Hicks, and we're Extension Agents with the University of Tennessee.
Every day, Extension agents in 95 counties across the state help ensure Tennesseans have better farms, homes, and communities.
We're traveling the Upper Cumberland to introduce you to the farmers, families, and Extension agents who are cultivating communities. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Cultivating Communities with UT Extension. We're here in the home of our partners DTC Communications, Dekalb County.
We are excited to meet up with Ag Agent Johnny Barnes and have him take us around to some great operations in Dekalb County, including a goat nursery called Harmony Lane and a nursery operation, Bert Drivers, that also has music and some other activities. So can't wait to see what we find today.
It's going to be a fun day. Come along with us.
My name is Johnny Barnes. I'm the UT Extension Agent here in Dekalb County. I primarily work with adult agriculture, and I have been working for Extension now for over 17 years. I came to Dekalb County in 2016 and started working here as the director and adult ag agent. County seat is Smithville, where is world renowned for the Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree that's coming up next weekend. Also located here in Dekalb County is Center Hill Lake, brings a variety of tourists and visitors to our wonderful county each year. We have 2 state parks that are located here in our county, along with several local community parks and play areas that are also around the lake, and we have a beautiful geographic location here that attracts many people to our area. Along with that, of course, we are very involved with agriculture. We have several industries in the county, of course, involving agriculture, such as beef cattle, row crops, and probably our number one dollar-wise is nursery stock. And of course, many people know Warren County is the nursery capital of the world. Dekalb County borders that, and that has kind of spilled over into Dekalb County, where we have several nursery producers ourselves, along with several hundred acres in nursery production. Our population's a little over 20,000, and I work, of course, with the UT Extension Service here in the county, providing programs in adult agriculture and community economic development, along with helping our 4-H youth development program and the areas of family consumer sciences. We provide a wide variety of education that is research-based from the University of Tennessee to all the clients and people that live here in Dekalb County. During the Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree, 4-H has a food booth where we sell barbecue, and that has been our main fundraiser here in Dekalb County since the inception of the Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree. Follow that up a couple of weeks later, the Dekalb County Fair, which is also known as the Grandpa Fair of the South, the Southeast's longest running continuous fair. Extension, of course, helps out with that a great deal by helping provide leadership and planning for the activities and events that focus around the fair, such as our livestock shows and canning exhibits and fruit and vegetable exhibits and various activities and competitions that go on that week. So we certainly love to have all the visitors come, and those are kind of our 2 premier events. But of course, all year long, with the location that we have here in the county, as you will find all across Tennessee, there's all kinds of community events throughout the year that involve the holidays, of course, and things that we do outside around the lake that we really enjoy people coming to our community to visit us for. Here in DeKalb County, the University of Tennessee Extension Program offers master beef classes, pesticide certifications, worker protection programs, and any other need that arises that are related, of course, to environmental and geographic problems that we may encounter in the agricultural industry throughout the years. We also have an award-winning 4-H program that has been very active in some of those traditional 4-H programs, such as showing livestock and judging teams for decades now, and most people that I encounter here in the county were at one time 4-H members themselves. So it's a great way to see that multi-generational program where you can talk to grandparents, parents, and children and really see the connection that a lot of them have through the University of Tennessee Extension program. And one of my favorite parts of the job in the agricultural roles are to go out and make visits to our farmers and people in the community. And really, now, of course, as we know that Tennessee is growing so fast, and particularly Middle Tennessee, even here in our Dekalb County area, we have many newcomers. So I really enjoy getting out and going and visiting those folks, sometimes maybe with their lawn or maybe a small farm. They may have an issue with insects or disease that I need to come talk to them about, or livestock production. And during that time, I usually get to take some personal connection with them to tell them more about the county that they've moved to, and get them involved with other areas of our extension programs, not just the program that they may have called me about or the issue they may have called me about, but also can tell them about family consumer sciences, whether they want to learn food preservation, or maybe they have children or grandchildren who can get involved with our 4-H program. So that's one of the really unique things I think that we get to do in our jobs, that everything that we do is connected from one program to the next, and it really is a true total family program. So we help people with their jobs, their hobbies, their industries, but also with their family life and things that they can learn maybe to improve their own homes, the lives of their family members, and hopefully help them as being productive members of our society as well. Hey everyone, we're headed to Harmony Lane here in Smithville, Tennessee to visit the local goat dairy.
You are at Harmony Lane Farm and Creamery. We are a grade A goat dairy here in Smithville, Tennessee. And we've been open to the public as far as our agritourism goes about 3 years, going into our 4th year. Licensed 6 and been on the farm for 12. Everything in this store is made out of goat milk. When I came down with gastroparesis, I researched really what to do. I wanted to get off my medication, and goat milk was the first thing that popped up. So I was getting some goat milk from a man down the street. I decided, well, why don't I just try my hand at a few goats. I started researching. I went to a lot of goat shows. I actually had a goat mentor for about 5 years. And that's really how it started. My first 4 original goats quickly turned into 16. That was some years ago. Now we're up to about 175, 14 intact breeding bucks. We're milking 60 yearlings, kids. We are a disease-free herd. We test for everything. A closed herd. No goats come on our farm, no goats leave. So I used to show, but I had to choose between making cheese and showing. So we're not showing anymore. But I'm breeding like I'm showing. So every breeding is a lot of thought goes into it. We have a breeding program. So we're known for our baby goat cuddling nursery. So you can come, we'll swaddle a baby goat in a blanket and put it on your lap to cuddle. We're going to milk at 6 in the morning and 5:45 in the evening. Our agritourism opens up about 10 o'clock. And not only do we have baby goats, but we have donkeys, a miniature donkey, a standard donkey. We give you carrots to feed them. I tried to just picture other animals that were friendly, that people could interact with. So people do call it a petting zoo. I don't know if that's my first go-to word, but donkeys, llamas, emus. We have a scarlet macaw. He's 7, named Benny. We actually trained him to, he'll sit on your arm, we call it your branch, and take a picture. So it's not just the baby goats. Goat milk in general has a bad name, I feel. Sometimes people think it has to taste goaty. It does not. It is a sweet, delicious milk, so we've turned that into all types of products. We do have a 4-person minimum for a tour, It's extensive. I take you on all 64 acres on a trolley, so you get to see our Angus beef herd. We raise our own meat. You get to see our hogs. We raise our own sausage here in the farm store. And so I'll take you on all the property, kind of all the behind the scenes things that you maybe wouldn't see just coming to cuddle. I take you in the parlor and I let you milk a goat by hand. So you're with me about an hour and a half, and we do 2 tours a day, only 10:30 in the morning and 2. And then after you're with me on the tour and see all the behind the scenes, I send you to this baby goat cuddling nursery petting side, and then you stay there as long as you want. So it's a full day. We have a brand new pavilion. You can bring your lunch now and eat it over there, but we have ice cream, cheese. We'll give you crackers if you buy some cheese and a knife. Eventually, we'd like to use our food, our meat, and cook for you and make lunch in that pavilion. We have a full-size kitchen that we're trying to finish. Even to this day, people, they want their own goat. They want their own milk. They're more, I think, farm conscientious. They want to know where their meats are coming from, and that's what I've been really pushing here on the farm. When I do tours, I'll tell the kids, this is your hamburger and steak we're driving into now. We'll drive into an Angus beef herd field. When we see the hogs, this is your bacon and sausage. Kids don't even know where their milk comes from. So that's important to me to share that. And so I think we've had an increase, I know we have, in sales due to that. Our long-term plans are, I'd love to get that kitchen up and running. We actually have a chef that wants to come to work for us. So once we get all the kitchen equipment put in, just to be able to cook people a nice lunch. They come out here, they spend a lot of time, and then sometimes I'll allow them actually to go get lunch and come back and finish their day. So for us to be able to have that option for them, using our meat, our ground beef, our sausage, our brats, we feel like that would be just a nice bonus. Of course, the pavilion, we can have much larger parties now. We've been having parties for some time, and that's why we made the pavilion to give them a nicer, larger area. Surround sound, television, ceiling fans. So, but long term, a couple more structures, maybe even. So you'll see when you go to the other side how we're set up and all the different stations that I mentioned. I'd like to maybe have a jet out area in the middle of the milkers field. It would be covered and have high top tables in the middle, and so people could still visit the animals outside the fencing, but come to the center of that area and maybe have a little snack pack of cheese and crackers and a knife, a little brown paper bag for a snack. So you're in the middle of a goat field on concrete that's covered with high top tables. So and we're known for that. We're known for being the concrete farm that you can come visit the animals, having our concrete construction business, and not get dirty and have a good time and not worry about going home with muddy boots. So we are reservation only. But we are a tourist attraction. So we have our sign off of I-40 going both directions, and then it guides you after that, a couple signs to send you here. So when those people see, Harmony Lane Farm and Creamery, and let's go check it out, if you show up, of course, we're going to try to accommodate you. But we prefer a reservation if you can, right? And you do that on the website, Harmony Lane Farms with an S.com. And then, of course, we have Facebook. We have, I think, close to 13,000 followers, Instagram, and TikTok. So I do tell people on their tours, if you want to know the newest and greatest thing happening here at Harmony Lane, to follow us on those social media platforms, and you'll stay plugged in. But if you just show up, we're going to try to get you to the other side. Worst case scenario, you shop in the store, get some ice cream, sit at the pavilion. But if the other side, meaning the petting, cuddling side's not that busy, we get you in there. So, but reservations are the best way.
Hey everyone, join us as we come visit Bert Driver at the burlap room here at Bert Driver's Nursery in Smithville, Tennessee.
Hey y'all, this is Bert Driver Nursery in Smithville, Tennessee. We're standing in the Dekalb County Drive-In Movie Theater. This building was built in 1956. You're in the concession stand, which has now become the concession stand studios for what? The burlap room, located on the grounds of Bert Driver Nursery. So this building again has been here since 1956. It's been an entertainment venue since that time, and as a nursery for almost 25 years, now a live music, hemp dispensary, beer garden located on the grounds of Bert Driver Nursery. We are still a growing operation. We still are dirt farmers. We're horticulturists. We also grow cannabis here on the property to produce our product called Hemp Brothers. So it's a little bit of everything: live entertainment, music, trees, and all the good people that live here in Tennessee on Center Hill Lake. That's a big drawing card for us here as well. So I grew up on a nursery in the southern part of Dekalb County called Cumberland Nursery, which was actually founded in the 1950s as a boxwood growing operation. My father came along in the 1970s and began a fruit tree growing operation. So we grew up in the middle of a nursery. And of course, at about the age of 18, I'm never going to be in the nursery business, or I won't live in Smithville, Tennessee. I'm leaving. But it gave me a great background to be in the nursery business, and I found that fondness as I got into my 20s to come back to Smithville and open up my own nursery and become growers. We love trees, we love water, we love being outside. As challenging as it can be, it's a very rewarding lifestyle. And we've kind of embraced that now that my children are coming up to an age. We're trying to encourage them to be involved. This is a multi-generation type nursery operation. Y'all know the history maybe of the nursery industry in Middle Tennessee. Began in Warren County with the Boyd family, over 100 years ago. So it spread into our area and morphed into what we are as more of a sales yard design place. But our roots and our bread and butter are still growing shade and ornamental trees here on the property, and also a growing operation just about a mile down the road, where we've got about 30 acres under production. We can do just about anything that anybody needs. We want to be that one stop. And now we've added the music, we've added the beer garden, and the hemp dispensary onto this one location. So it is your agro-tourism at its finest, but it also gives us a way to meet new people. That's been one of the cool things. Being in the nursery business has led us to a lot of different diversified people across the whole nation. When we go into the live music and now the beer garden, the local craft beer, and by the way, all of this is local. Anything that you see that we do on our digital footprint, down to the artwork, with the music venue and with the nursery, that's all local. So we're very proud of that. The craft beer is local, the food trucks are local, even the sound engineers that help us run the stages are local. That's been the fun part of the nursery world, is the people. I think if you ask any nurseryman or any horticulturist or a farmer that is involved, it's the people you work with. And when you go to market to meet those people, it's really a small world. You start to look into that. Not everybody's into this. You think there's farms and nurseries everywhere, but the consortium that's here now is down to probably less than 500 members in a 100-year organization, where it was probably in the thousands at one time. Doesn't mean the industry is gone, it just has modified. Same for row crops, and it's funny in Tennessee, if you say it's not cows, sows, or plows, they're really not gonna listen to you very much. So on that side of agriculture, the nursery industry's kind of had to fight for its place at the table. And 2 years ago, a secondary study was done by the University of Tennessee. Amy Fulcher in Knoxville helped run that game for about a year to get the surveys out to show what it is we're really doing here. It's over $1 billion industry, and that's not subsidized. Don't want to be subsidized. So these are independent risk takers every day doing ornamental crops. First and foremost, we are wholesale growers. That's our focus, and that's our market. But out of necessity, particularly if you go back to 07, 08, 09, how many nurseries are gone? How many farm operations are gone? And that's again coast to coast. It's not all gloom and doom. There's still some great operations here. But that really, not forced, but gave us a reason to open the market a little bit more and give somebody else a reason to come here. So we are sustaining it by being diversified. What does that mean? Well, it gives other people reason to come here. It gives us another way to repurpose the property. Instead of just 2 segments of the year, now we spread it into 12 months. People want to come in, and they buy plants and they realize they can actually have an adult beverage here. The craft beer is really a draw because they want an experience. It's authentic. So the farming, the nursery, the craft beer, the music, the artwork, the hemp and cannabis, all those things go into a lifestyle choice. And the cool thing about it is that it is authentic. We don't have to make it up. We're easy to find across the stratosphere of the social media. Anything on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, it's out there. Our webpage is real easy to get to, and it'll break down everything that we do here, from the plants to the live music to the cannabis to the craft beer. It's bertdriver.com. It's a real simple thing to go to. Go to bertdriver.com if you want to find out more about our hours, what our shows are going to be like, when we do host things here on the plant side of it. We've got a pretty good calendar ahead for the rest of the year. I would encourage you, if you have a few minutes, go to bertdriver.com, open up some of the pages. We try to recap everything we've done, both in the plant world and over here in the music side. So it's all here in one spot in Smithville, Tennessee. You can do the plants, the cannabis, the craft beer, the music, anything you have right here in this building. The old drive-in movie theater, built in the 50s, is right here on this site in Smithville, Tennessee.
Thank you so much to Johnny Barnes for taking us all around DeKalb County today and showing us about the unique things that DeKalb County has to offer. We not only had a great time, but we learned a lot today too.
Yeah, who knew there was so much to do in DeKalb County? Agritourism is thriving with Julie and Harmony Lane, also Bert Driver. I knew he had a big nursery, but did not know about all the events that they host and the tasting room. What a fun environment. Hope you can check that out. If you're in Middle Tennessee, make sure and stop by those two places and support them. Again, great day in DeKalb County. What do we want folks to do, Katie, as far as our YouTube page?
We want you to join us next time for our next episode of Cultivating Communities. And in the meantime, check us out on YouTube. Make sure to hit that subscribe button.
Ring that bell. Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much to Johnny Barnes for taking us all around.
We got to straight that over. We went under the underpass.
Can I
Good to me. Good.
put a hat on?
We appreciate their hosting. I hate this thing.
Give me just a moment here.
Thank you.
Oh my Lord, have mercy.